And welcome to the Cryptonaut podcast. My name is Mark Storrs, and hanging out with me, as always, Mr. Robert Thomas Morphy II.
Howdy.
And
oh my God,
Mr. Christopher Carnicelli.
Yeah, I know, right? For the second week in a row.
Fucking believable.
The boys are back in town.
This is phenomenal. This feels really good.
It's fucking weird.
Dude, isn't it kind of weird?
Yeah,
we
but
have
also
all three been in the same room like forever.
Easy peasy.
It's been a while.
Like it just feels natural. Like it's back the way it ought to be. Like
No, it is.
I'm not like mind blown. I'm mind blown. I mean, I told Chris like 11 times how good it was to fucking see him down in here. You know, seen you a few times, but not in the proper setting here. So this is awesome. It's a homecoming.
It really is.
Dude, is this the prom?
This is our prom.
Is this like, are we like the three men going stag together to the prom?
Yeah, because we're here for the pageantry.
Okay, yeah.
It's not about romance.
Of health. And
the prom of health.
Prom of health.
Yeah. Robert, thank you for getting out of the hospital and getting all of your antibiotics taken care of. We appreciate it.
Oh, that was my pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
that was
really.
hellish.
Yeah, dude.
That was a fucking nightmare.
As soon as you told me, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go up there to get some IVs. I'm like, man, I hope we don't got to stay. And then you're like, well, buddy,
I gotta stay.
I'm doing a tour. I'm going to
Oh
do a
my
tour in the hospital.
I know.
I will say this: the nurses, awesome.
Yeah.
The doctors I saw for a total of 8 minutes.
Yeah. Dude.
In the days I was in there, but the nurses were wicked, and it was just a constant IV party,
That's
antibiotics
the way it is.
all over. And thank God.
Hey
Thank
man,
God. Here I am.
You're on the mend. You're doing better. You're healing. Chris is feeling good. We're all here. We're doing a Cryptonaut podcast. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Holy shit, boys! This week we got a story.
Yeah, we do.
This is going to be like a little bit of a battle here. We're talking about Wendigo versus Girl Scouts, a true horror story.
And it is freaky as fuck.
I think the Girl Scouts are going to win.
They better use cookies.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah,
like ninja stars.
Yeah, dude, you can sharpen the motherfuckers up and just in the face.
Or just feed them the peanut butter ones. Everyone loves those.
Oh, or like if they got like a peanut butter allergy, you can kill them with that.
There it is.
Small glaive.
Oh yeah, dude,
Thin
Glaive
mints.
mint.
yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah. Thin Mint's probably like star.
Oh, they will zing. Yeah.
Sure.
Just cut them
You
into
could
ninjas.
hit an eye just right. It's going to sting.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
blind them. Oh, there it is.
Blind
All right,
to go. Yeah.
we are getting started with in what is indisputably one of the most horrifying paranormal encounters on the books. 3 Girl Scouts were playing flashlight hide and seek in the woods when they suddenly found themselves being stalked by a ghastly, inhuman entity that seemed hellbent on tearing them limb from limb. And one of the girls has the scars to prove it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
okay, all right. Well,
Evidence-ish.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I mean, we don't have access to it in any way, shape, or form.
like most things, evidence-ish.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
There you go. All right, Robert, let's do this.
So before we get into this extraordinary and freaky as fudge case, we're going to do a little background on the Wendigo. Imagine the most insatiable hunger you've ever known. That deep in your gut emptiness that seems to be devouring your stomach from the inside out. Now amplify that by 1,000 and add to it the disturbing caveat that only one substance in the world can fill this terrible, gnawing void: human flesh. According to numerous Native American sources, the rapaciously diabolical being suffering from such symptoms is known as the Wendigo. In the Algonquin, Ojibwe, Eastern Cree, Saulteaux, Naskapi, and Innu, and other native cultures, the name Wendigo, also referred to as the Wendigo, Wittigo, Wittiko Ndinga, the Windagoo, and the Ouijago, probably my personal favorite,
Oh, love it.
roughly translates as the evil spirit that devours mankind.
Oh, that's a title.
Tasty morsel.
Shit, yeah.
We're yummy. In her December 2022 article, Wendigo, Flesh Eater of the Forests, Kathy Alexander wrote, quote, "Although descriptions can vary somewhat, common to all these cultures is the view that the Wendigo is a malevolent, cannibalistic, supernatural being strongly associated with winter, the north, coldness, famine, and starvation," which is Donner Party as the Dills.
Oh, yeah, really, though.
And, you know, I mean, I guess that's something you have to, I mean, maybe now in the 21st century, you get a little better access with planes and stuff. But in those remote areas where like trappers and, you know, homesteaders were, you were fucked if you weren't prepped.
Yeah, 100%.
Starvation was legit all the time. So that's pretty scary. According to Ontario-based Ojibwe teacher and scholar Basil Johnston, quote, "The Wendigo was gaunt to the point of emaciation. its desiccated skin pulled tautly over its bones. With its bones pushing out against its skin, its complexion the ash gray of death, and its eyes pushed deep back into their sockets, the Wendigo looked like a gaunt skeleton recently disinterred from the grave. What lips it had were tattered and bloody. Its body was unclean and suffering from suppurations of the flesh, giving off a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomposition, of death and corruption. And for those of us that aren't fucking dermatologists, suppurations is pussy wounds.
Thank you.
Super nasty.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I was like, suppurations of the flesh.
I know it is a Slayer lyric. Completely.
Yeah, no, 100% is.
As if that weren't quite awful enough, Algonquin legend describes the creature as a giant with a heart of ice. Its body is skeletal and deformed, with missing lips and toes, end quote. Ethnohistorian Nathan Carlson added that the Wendigo has large, sharp claws and massive eyes like an owl. Worse yet, Ojibwa elders, I'm always afraid I'm going to mess that word up, so I'm doing my best. Hope I'm doing it right. Described the flesh-eating fiend as being a, quote, large creature as tall as a tree with a lipless mouth and jagged teeth. That's just fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah.
No lips, instant horrible.
Its
breath was a strange hiss. Its footprints full of blood. I don't know how that happened. Poor foot maintenance. Like, go see a podiatrist. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Dude,
but okay.
Watch your feet, people.
Yeah.
They're important.
Yeah, you don't want to have footprints full of blood.
No.
And it ate any man, woman, or child who ventured into its territory, and those were the lucky ones. Sometimes the Wendigo chose to possess a person instead, and then the luckless individual became a Wendigo himself, hunting down those he had once loved and feasting upon their flesh. Big party.
I mean, happy Sunday.
Great at Thanksgivings.
Yeah, there it is.
It is generally agreed that the surest method of becoming one of these deformed devils is for an individual to indulge in cannibalism, even in survival situations. So that means if you're a soccer team stuck in the Andes, you're fucked. You're fucked in a lot of situations.
Gotta deal with it.
You can wrap that flesh in chocolate all you want, buddy. You're a Wendigo now.
Didn't they just eat the ass off of like some lady or something?
Yeah, I mean, they had to. They were dying. They were in the Andes.
No, I get it, man.
Yeah.
You got to stay
I remember
alive.
reading the book Alive when I was a kid, and that just blew my mind. And the photos, I think it's the first time I ever saw a dead body in the black and white photo section of that book.
I mean, survival.
No,
I get it, man. Survival. You know?
That and fucking, unfortunately, fucking Jim Jones. Like, they splashed those fucking corpses, the helicopter shots, all over newspapers.
Yeah.
So I saw that way too young. But regardless.
Nice.
But it is less clear if the act of consuming human flesh triggers the change, or if it merely serves as an invitation for this evil forest-bound entity to take over the offender's physical form, transforming it to their own nefarious ends. In her article, Alexander noted that the Wendigo's arsenal was not limited to size or razor-sharp teeth and claws, writing, quote, "The creature is said to have several skills and powers, including stealth, is a near-perfect hunter, knows and uses every inch of its territory, and this is the fucking doozy, can control the weather through dark magic."
Whoa, really?
That
I
is
never
a new
knew
one.
about that.
Yeah, I didn't know about being like weather wizards. All right, well, that's interesting.
Rumor also has it that they can not only mimic human voices, to attract their prey, but have a tendency to taunt their victims prior to eating them, indicating not only a keen intelligence, but a clear penchant for cruelty. They're dicks. They're horrible to look at. They are going to eat you or transform you into a cannibalistic monster who will eat your family, and they're jerks about it.
Yeah, they probably have a really shit attitude.
And they might throw lightning bolts at you.
I mean,
Dust devil.
Right.
Dude,
Just
again,
Shit in your eye.
a little tornado, just annoying enough just to like fucking just poke your face a little bit.
miniature tornado.
God.
You're like, why? It's been the worst torture ever. It
Oh no!
just won't go away.
Oh god! Oh god!
Odder still is the fact that these esurient entities are also portrayed as simultaneously gluttonous and emaciated from starvation. This last aspect, terrifying though it may be for anyone caught in the path of this mammoth meat-eating monstrosity, also offers the alleged key to the creature's destruction. According to Alexander, quote, "Wendigos are said to be cursed to wander the land, eternally seeking to fulfill their voracious appetite for human flesh. And if there is nothing left to eat, it starves to death," end quote. Other legends have it that Wendigos would grow in direct proportion to the meal it had just consumed, thus guaranteeing it could never be truly satiated. So That's fucked up. And I guess that's how you get to be tree sized.
Like kaiju Wendigos?
Yeah, I guess so. Like,
Yeah.
the more you eat, the bigger you get. So you're always hungry because it's not enough. But then why aren't, I mean, if indeed there are such creatures, paranormal or cryptid or whatever, why aren't there like 45-foot fuckers walking around Minnesota right now?
Yeah.
Like you don't blend at that point.
Yeah.
Hard to hide.
How that came to be.
Okay.
That,
Well, I mean,
We're just reporting them. That's all we're doing.
That's it.
There are those who suggest that the legend of the Wendigo, which can also supposedly possess murderers, the insatiably greedy, the incurably antisocial, or the merely gluttonous, which means I'm fucked, was created to make sure tribal members avoided social taboos, or darker still, to justify the killing of those who were deemed detrimental to the tribe. So you just kind of like Salem people calling out a witch. Like, oh yeah, Nanny Tucker was making evil eyes at my hubby and looking at my goat funny and burn, or
the convenient boogeyman when you need one.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
This seems to be confirmed by the 10th revision of the International Statistical Classification of Diseases and Related Health Problems, the ICD, which classifies Wendigo, with an I in this case, as a culture-specific disorder, describing it as, quote, rare historic accounts of cannibalistic obsession. Symptoms include depression, homicidal or suicidal thoughts, and a delusional compulsive wish to eat human flesh. Some controversial new studies questioned the syndrome's legitimacy, claiming cases were actually a product of hostile accusations invented to justify the victim's ostracism, not ostracization, or execution. So that ties in with it. Wendigo, boop, done.
Oh.
And there are really legitimately fascinating murder cases surrounding this. Where people went to prison and other things happened, and we'll maybe even deal with that at some point. Like, we're getting the background here. We're going to deal specifically with the Girl Scouts in a second. But there are definitely other, Wendigo hunters, because that was a legitimate gig, the Wendigo hunter, you know,
Jesus Christ,
going around fucking up super cannibals,
sweet mullet, and cut off fucking gloves. It's weird.
It's
the
only
weird
way.
Kids. Okay.
I'd like to see that alternate universe where Bigfoot wasn't the one; it was just like a Wendigo or some other obscure thing. You have the people on TV going, "You hear that? Hear that sound?" And it would be like, blah, blah, blah. "That's a Wendigo. You hear it?"
Had no lips there.
Yeah, that is classic Wendigo.
Didn't Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife Beth die or something?
Oh shit, I don't know.
I think she did.
Well, first off, if she did, R.I.P. Secondly, I don't keep up with that motherfucker at all.
I mean, she may have died years ago, but R.I.P.
Well, I mean, yeah, deaths.
Yeah, fucking bummer. Dude.
Right on.
I don't want to bring the mood down.
All right, thoughts and prayers.
You shouldn't say anything.
I know.
We were riding the Wendigo
Yeah,
high.
I know,
and
I
then-
know.
Hey guys, alternate reality. You're like, I think she's dead.
You're right. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
God damn it,
All right.
Mark.
Look, Big Rips Beth, Robert, continue.
While there can be no denying the pragmatical, social, and in many cases decidedly onerous colonialistic implications to the Wendigo legends, the fact remains that there are numerous and infamous case histories, which frankly deserve an episode for themselves, like I was just saying, that seem to depict genuine encounters with these voracious vermin. In fact, these are so prevalent that, according to Alexander, quote, the legend lends its name to the disputed modern medical term Wendigo psychosis, which we were just talking about. Some psychiatrists consider it a syndrome that creates an intense craving for human flesh and a fear of becoming a cannibal. Wendigo psychosis usually develops in the winter in individuals isolated by heavy snow for long periods. Some fucking Jack Torrance shit right out of the fucking
That's some
Shining.
Auburn, New York shit, dude.
Yeah, no, I know. That's some, we call that the February blues. I could eat all you fuckers come early March.
No,
I don't get what's going on here. Wendigo? No.
I know. California just had a big potential Wendigo.
Oh yeah, with the fucking snow and shit.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
actually, fucking Derek Hayes from Monsters
he
of the
was-
Month.
Oh my
Stuck-
God. He was stuck
for a
under
while.
17
Dude.
miles of snow, that poor
Yeah.
I was
bugger.
randomly watching CNN, and I'm like, "The fuck is Derek doing
I
on
know.
CNN?" Seriously, I was at work watching it on my phone. I'm like, "Is that fucking Derek? Holy
Yeah.
shit!"
Yeah, we're still trapped. If anybody wants to do anything about it.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking nuts. And
Oh, man.
they're so remote up there that nobody was up there with plows and shit. It's crazy,
We're lucky to need everybody.
dude. And I haven't even fucking I haven't fucking even done anything. I barely fucking shoveled my driveway this year.
Oh, down around here, it's been the easiest winter we've had in
For
fucking
now,
decades.
until I get hungry.
Yeah, I know. I just jinxed it. I know.
Yeah,
Right on.
when I get hungry and I'm like, oh, Chris,
Feed the
Yeah,
mark.
but just go and get something. You're not trapped inside. Like,
we don't, maybe that.
Yeah, nobody jumps to Wendigo.
I'm not
It's not
physically-
like 0 to Wendigo. It's not like
Nick, I'm
craving.
hungry.
Fucking
I'm
eat my
not
buddy.
physically
hide the
trapped.
kids.
I'm not physically trapped. I'm emotionally trapped.
You're an emotional one?
Yeah.
An emotional Wendigo.
You guys look like fucking. You
What do
guys look like fucking.
You need like a therapy
man,
ocelot.
you
What's
guys look
going to
like
help
some
you?
fucking cannolis.
You're writing
or
some
something.
sweet songs.
He needs,
Sweet
he needs
emo
a
song.
therapy sub.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Where are you? I'm so
I
hungry.
want a burger, but there's no one around. But these kids, oh well.
Better fucking eat them. Oh, that's
Anyway.
anyway. All right, enough of my bullshit. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. In case you're wondering about the symptoms you're about to face, Mark,
Yes.
they include poor appetite, which seems ironic, nausea, vomiting. Subsequently, the individual develops a delusion of being transformed into a Wendigo monster. People who have Wendigo psychosis increasingly see other people around them as being edible.
This is a legit thing.
Well, that's debated.
Oh,
That-
okay.
Right.
As was mentioned a few times, like there are some professionals that say, oh, yeah, this
Okay.
can happen
All
in
right.
certain circumstances, especially if you're a true believer. I suppose it
All
really
right,
comes
yeah.
down to your belief
If
system.
you-
If
if
you think
you-
a Wendigo is a real thing and you're super hungry and you succumb to cannibalism, there's every reason to think you might believe.
So like, culturally, if this is your shit, you'd be like, oh fuck, which would be understandable because it's your belief system.
That's what I'm assuming.
Like Easter and Jesus.
Fair enough.
Cool. All right. Got it.
Yeah. No, I'm assuming you're like your average, Tennessee Protestant, no matter how hungry they get,
Right.
isn't probably going to suppose, even if they're eating people left and right, that they're Wendigos.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Right.
But who the fuck knows?
Yeah, man, I fucking got me.
I mean, shit, maybe it's just real and it happens and fuck it. Doesn't matter what your culture is.
Ah, man, if that's the case, we're fucked. Okay.
I just love that increasingly see others around them as being edible.
Yeah.
At the same time, they have an exaggerated fear of becoming cannibals. So, it's that dichotomy. It's
I've
that
never
dual.
had that fear, but sometimes I've had that feeling.
Oh, well, some people look tasty. I mean, let's be honest. Evidently, this condition, be it psychological or paranormal, has been around for centuries as cited by a Jesuit relations document reporting on a scheduled rendezvous to be made between members of the order and local natives. This meeting was to be facilitated by a group of Jesuit scouts who had tragically succumbed a year earlier to mysterious circumstances. Here is an excerpt from said document dated 1661. So this takes us back. Quote, what caused us greater concern, was the intelligence that met us upon entering the lake, namely that the men deputed by our conductor to summon the nations to the North Sea and assigning them a rendezvous where they were to await our coming, had met their death the previous winter in a very strange manner. Those poor men, according to the report given us, were seized with an ailment unknown to us, but not very unusual among the people we were seeking, the natives of the area. They were afflicted with neither lunacy, hypochondria, nor frenzy, but have a combination of all of these species of disease, which affects their imaginations and causes them a more than canine hunger. This makes them so ravenous for human flesh that they pounce upon women, children, and even upon men. Heaven forfend, even men. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like veritable werewolves. I love that that's a reference point in 1661. And devour them voraciously without being able to appease or glut their appetite, ever seeking fresh prey, and the more greedily, the more they eat. This ailment attacked our deputies, and as death is the sole remedy among these simple people for checking such acts of murder, they were slain in order to stay the course of their madness. That's some shit from 1661, an official report by the Jesuits, who have always been, for good or ill, a highly academic order of the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
They were.
I mean,
That doesn't make it true.
I mean,
but-
it is
Right.
1661.
Oh, I get perceptions. Like I said, I wouldn't throw that up there in like a court of law, like boom.
We know how much
Broad
smarter
Jesuits.
we are now. So
I don't
Are we?
better informed. Let's call it what it is.
just saying,
Ish.
we have iPhones. They didn't.
Yeah, no, that's dubious. All right, well, this is not us. That is not our cause to debate right now.
I have 5G. Shut up.
Back to the
How
goes.
fucking dare you?
Though Wendigo cases dropped precipitously in the 20th century, accounts continue to this day. Alexander would later claim that, quote, ironically, this psychosis occurs in people living around the Great Lakes of Canada and the United States, end quote. This seems fitting, as lore has it that these evidently artiodactylin atrocities were primarily to be found in the timberlands of the Great Lakes region, Minnesota's North Woods, and the central regions of Canada. While there can be no doubt that a bulk of these encounters transpired in these regions, it seems as if these avaricious abominations may be moving westward, as what is, beyond a doubt, one of the most harrowing encounters with what many believe to be a Wendigo occurred in a Montana woodland. This vile event took place not in centuries past, as one might suspect, but as recently as 2008. And the feral fiend's intended victims were none other than a trio of Girl Scouts. Little girls who had no idea that their fun-filled night of campfire songs, games, and sleeping outside would be transformed into a lifetime's worth of nightmare fuel.
I mean, is there a badge for that?
Oh, shit. There
There's
should
gotta be, right?
Could you
I
imagine?
don't know.
The
Dude,
blood, the
depends
bloody
where they
law?
are.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay.
Yeah, in Ontario, they certainly do.
Okay.
Because they're prepared for that. Maybe not in Montana. But is it universal? Because I was never a Girl Scout.
I don't know.
I was a Cub Scout.
I was too.
I was
Yeah.
not.
Never made it to Boy Scout.
No.
Well, I was done with
No,
organized everything
I made
by
it
that
to Wolf. I think it was net.
Oh,
Oh, really?
really? Oh, cool.
I remember the wolf patch on the blue
Yeah.
jersey or whatever.
Yeah, I never did it.
No, I was there for 1 year, and went snowmobiling, did some arts and crafts, glued wood.
That was there's like you got a book and it's like jump over a rope.
Yeah.
You won.
You got a badge. Yeah.
You just won. You just marked it down. Yeah, I did that.
I do remember they used to have that really cool like fucking race car thing that they would do like in the mall. And my neighbors,
yeah.
both,
I did that.
Both of my neighbors when I was a kid, they were both Jim and Brandon. They were both in Boy Scouts, and they would like go and do like the cool cars and shit.
Yeah.
Go check them out. Like, I wish I could be a Boy Scout.
Like the Pinewood Derby.
My dad says
Yeah.
I asked too
Yeah.
much about knives.
Dude, I almost won that shit. Made me so mad when they brought the. I'm just gonna fucking air this grievance.
Yeah.
That's fucking 40 years old. When they fucking lifted the thing, they didn't lift it up straight. They lifted it up sideways, so mine was
They
delayed
threw you
for a second.
off?
Dude, mine was
Why would they
kicking
do-
all the ass.
Sideways?
Oh,
Who
who
lifted-
the
you gotta-
fuck does that? It was garbage.
You got to contest
I
that
came in
shit.
second. I tried, but what are you gonna do?
No, dude, you fucking get
You know
there
what
and make
happens? It was the 80s. Fat kids don't win. That's what happened. Made me a better man, a
that
stronger man.
No, we're going back and we're going to get you that fucking trophy in 2023.
Oh, that would change
motherfucker.
everything. If that happened, I might get popular and not be into monsters, and then where would we be?
Oh,
Fuck
that's
that.
true.
You're going to be on the Pinewood Derby fucking circuit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be on the Travel
we
Channel.
we can.
You might be for something else though.
That's true. Pinewood Derby Master. Don't even let me get into the ice cream eating contest.
slash paranormal podcast investigator slash podcaster slash Pinewood fucking champion.
So fast. The racer's edge.
Oh,
We're gonna do a documentary on that event. I've got
Like an ESPN, I almost said
Dude.
C-SPAN. ESPN documentary about what went wrong.
Yeah, it's gonna be exactly like the one you're on, except it's gonna be about that.
I love
And you
it.
have to tell the events.
Oh, dude, when I get into it, you heard.
Can I be a part of the
I mean,
reenactment? Can I be
sure.
like the guy? Like,
Yeah.
You can be the dad of the
judge?
dick kid.
Yeah, and
that's
I'll be like,
what?
fuck
That was
you.
fair.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah. Fuck you, Billy. Fuck you. To this day, fuck yourself.
Yeah.
All
If you're
right.
listening to this out there, eat it. You lost that race, fucker. You
All
know it.
right. Well,
All right, I'm over.
no, I mean, this is important. We've
Yeah.
not seen each other. We have not been
Yeah, we-
potting for a
exactly.
long time together. We need to get these grievances out there.
You have to
we need
share.
to move forward emotionally, spiritually, chemically.
There it is.
Yeah,
Yep. I love it.
chemically doesn't
Oh,
work,
my-
but I don't care.
I let you. You know what? I let you.
I don't
have it.
care. I'm taking it back.
All right. So let's drive it back home.
All right.
We're in Montana. The place where the Wendigo is not normally sighted,
Okay,
at least
yep.
as far as I know. I'm
Going
not an
west.
expert.
We're heading
but it's
west.
still North Country,
All right.
which means touching Canada, North Country for America, and that's Wendigo territory.
Cool.
All right. According to a report filed on Lon Strickler's Indispensable Phantoms and Monsters website, which always has some really cool shit, on August 1st, 2020, under the title Horrifyingly Deadly Cryptid Encounter, in parentheses, possibly Wendigo, in central Montana, a 22-year-old former Girl Scout identified only by the initials SY claimed that she and two friends had a, quote, horrifying encounter with an unknown cryptid, possibly a Wendigo, at a Girl Scout camp in central Montana. The result was the death of a counselor and a terrible maiming of one of the girls.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh,
It's
okay,
duty
okay.
heavy.
I didn't see that coming.
I mean, it's not like maybe as massacre-like as the McCleary sea serpent, like bloodbath off of Florida
Right.
that we dealt with a few, I don't know, whatever pod, but it's not fun. Yeah.
I feel real bad asking about the badge now.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're clearly you're not getting one for this.
Oh,
That ain't happening.
yeah.
Sorry.
In her unnerving account, the primary eyewitness set the stage for this anxiety-inducing incident, writing, quote, "This occurred in 2008. I was 10 years old and a Girl Scout in central Montana. They did a cool thing every summer for 2 weeks at a time. I was super excited because mostly the only thing we had done was stay after school to talk and make arts and crafts," which is my memory of Cub Scouts, like we were just saying a second ago. "For 2 weeks every summer, a bus system would go around to a bunch of small towns in the area and round up Girl Scouts at 7 in the morning, then drop them back home at 7 at night. It took 2 hours to drive to the campground this was situated in." End quote. SY would go on to describe the camp itself, writing, "It was a really obscure campground with a single road in and out. There was a forest for miles and miles in every direction except for the south, which is where the road led. If you drove an hour south, you'd see farms and then the small town I lived in. The campground itself was a huge field with a lodge in the middle. The lodge was 2 stories and old, but just barely big enough to fit a small gift shop run by a nice old Native American lady, a mess hall, and a huge kitchen. A staircase led to a balcony that went all around and faced down into the mess hall. There were a bunch of beds there for us to stay the night. Around the huge field were trails scattered to what the girls called stations. Every mile or so, a small campground would come into view. Each small troop of Girl Scouts, sorted by age, level, age, level, town, and then school, would have a station to themselves as a waypoint to relax and gather after nature hikes. Every 2 miles or so was a porta potty." That's a thorough description, but I like how she paints this picture. And this makes me feel like, I mean, either she's a really good liar or this is a place she's been to.
Yeah. I'm wondering why did she just staying away from just saying where she's from and where.
Yeah, that bothers me a little too. Like maybe you don't want to call it the direct camp, but like say your hometown. Now I know that it would be easy to map out camps within like an hour of said town.
Sure, but I mean, if you're going into this much detail, why not just say?
And furthermore,
or I was around this area at least. So like,
if there is a predator, natural or unnatural, put out the fucking warning.
Yeah, man.
Because other parents might not want to send their kids there at that point.
Alert people. Be like, we got a problem here, dude.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Sirens, dog. Make a TikTok. Post it on Twitter.
Wow. There you go.
Share that shit on Facebook.
"I remember," she continues, "my station was one of the nicer ones, and we had a small troop. The station itself was within 20 feet of a porta potty, which we decorated with stay out signs so no one would use it. It was our porta potty, that's for sure."
Wow.
Claiming the potty.
All right.
Getting real territorial with the shitter there.
Dude, it gets even weirder.
Oh no.
It also had a sturdy wooden rain cover over the picnic table, a fire pit, we only used it once, and a small dirt clearing that we played in. The girls in my group were Emily, my next door neighbor, we were best friends at the time, Samantha, Alice, Lizzie, and then Princess. Hope that's a nickname, but what the hell?
I mean,
Prince rocked it.
She outed all of her friends. Like,
Yeah.
I'm SY, but here's my group.
I mean, they're going to know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, they're going to know anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Our group leader was Miss Melinda, a really chill senior. I'm assuming senior in high school, but I'm not.
She's a really,
I don't, or maybe just older than them.
She's
as
a
senior.
super cool old broad.
Well, when you're fucking 10, a senior in high school
Is a super cool old broad.
Yeah. Most of the day we would hike around, looking for trails and plants, and sometimes even making flower necklaces from wildflowers in the field, at least the ones that hadn't been cut by a lawnmower a few weeks before, and gimping. Hold on a second, guys.
Yeah, we all got quiet.
Now, for those of you who, like me, are not alumnus of the wonderful world of Girl Scouts, then the word gimping may well have instantly evoked images of the least comfortable scene in Pulp Fiction, or maybe even the crippling ankle-shattering, at least in the movie version, of fictional author Paul Sheldon by hyper-obsessive fan/abductor Annie Wilkes in Stephen King's Misery.
Oh, I hate that one.
Oh, I hate it too. Oh, it still makes me cringe.
Yeah.
One of the most offensive but beautifully realized scenes in movie history.
God, Kathy Bates. Oh, God.
If that is the case, and that is what you're thinking, then shame on you because you're fucking dirtbags.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
You fucking actually wrote that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I say yeah.
But I'm the dirtbag.
But you're the
was like,
dirtbag.
They got a gimp. This is fucking weird and inappropriate.
As gimping, terrible though the word may be, is part of a long and wholesome history, as S.Y. explained.
Yeah,
Quote,
okay.
gimping was really important to us.
Get to the point, Ag, because
I know, I'm sorry.
we're just gonna laugh like idiots until you explain it.
And I know. And I feel it is relatively important to the story as well. Gimping was more, was more known to us as weaving, not the computer program. We would go to the lodge every day, depending on how many points we earned from our hikes and activities. We could buy a color or two as a group and weave these little strips for our backpacks. Each day, a single troop did the same pattern and colors, which helped keep track of everyone. And if you lost a gimp, Jesus Christ, it could be easily returned. The more gimp you had on your backpack, the more authority you had. And I will never, ever get used to that phrase.
No.
Like, I don't know how that caught on. I don't know who coined it.
They probably changed it like after Pulp Fiction. They're like, we got to address. We have to read.
This is 2008. This is 12 years after Pulp Fiction, at least.
Okay.
Maybe more. I don't even remember.
Yeah, there had to have been just something that they used that word, like just something was used in the whatever. If you were a 9-year-old girl or whatever in 2008, which I was not.
No. None of us were.
No, in 2008.
Not in 2008, not in 2000 anything.
No. I was 28 though. It was a good year.
You're the closest.
Yeah, it was a very good year.
I definitely wasn't gimping.
No, not for. Was I married 2008? No, I wasn't. It was 2009. I was married.
I'm glad you tattooed it on your
I
fucking
literally
hand.
have a tattoo.
So you can look at it and know.
But I always, whenever I'm like, well, when was I married? I like look at my hand. I'm like, oh, there's my wedding.
Why didn't you just fucking ask one of us?
I know it's October.
We were there. We rocked it.
I get the fucking day confused, man.
Okay. So
the 3rd of October, 2009.
Can we talk about gimping for once?
Yeah.
For once in our fucking lives, please?
She's explaining.
Thank you, Chris. She continues, S.Y. There used to be a guy who would walk around and check on the groups every once in a while. He was super nice, and he always wore these dark black hiking shoes, white socks, shorts, and his green army backpack. It was covered, caps covered in gimp. We're just going to keep going. So everyone looked up to him and respected him. I just don't get why.
Oh, he was a gimp lord.
Yeah. Lord of the Gimp.
I just think of this guy walking around with a full gimp suit on. You're like, this is weird.
Oh my God, he's a legend.
Oh my God.
It's Bugs Bunny walking in the cartoon. They're like, Leopold. That's what they were doing. Like, he walks by like, oh, dude's got so much gimp.
Oh man. It's like Flair, basically, right?
It is.
It's like Flair.
It's technically like I've seen braided things coming down. I never knew what they were called, but I've seen them on backpacks.
Do I know any Girl Scouts? People that are in Girl Scouts? I think I one of the girls that was she a Girl Scout? I'll have to ask.
Okay.
I think I might actually
do some gimp probing.
I think our lab, my lab tech actually, I believe she may have been involved with the Girl Scouts. I'm going to ask. I'm pretty sure her daughters were. So I'm going to be like,
and you'll find out if it's a regional thing or a universal thing, and we just weren't privy to it.
And if she just knows about it, I'm just going to be like, fuck, dude.
Right.
How was the gimp level?
Well, yeah, I know. Were you maxed out?
Yeah, dude, you max gimp.
Yeah, how much gimp did you get?
So much gimp.
Okay.
So dumb.
So, I think he was a park ranger or something, but I don't remember seeing his badge. So that makes it a little creepy. Dude,
yeah.
He was really nice and everyone trusted him. Boy, that could go wrong.
This is bad.
It doesn't. I'll foreshadow. It doesn't go wrong, but it really feels like it could.
Stranger danger.
If he wasn't a park ranger, he must have been a frequent camper or a scout's grandpa or dad. She added, that's pretty much all of the important details out of the way. So we've established GIMP. We've established the campgrounds. We know what's going on.
Porta potties, we got it.
At this point in her testimony, S.Y. got into the specifics of the situation that led her into a confrontation with the misanthropic meat lover, stating, so one day at the end of the first week, I am begging and begging my mom to let me stay. And I know I say begging like an upstate New Yorker. Fuck you. All right. It sounds good to me.
Is there a documentary about bagging and boggling?
Yeah. We'll talk
Vogging.
about weird vowels will be the next documentary.
Yeah. First the fucking pine racer, then weird vowels.
Non-existent vowels.
So she's bagging a mom.
I was walking.
Walking. Hey, there's an L there, fucker. All right. She was working a part-time. Oh, shit. No, I'm jumping ahead. Begging my mom to let me stay. She was working a part-time job and taking care of me and my 2-year-old brother. My dad was on his second mission in Iraq, which made her even more stressed. Finally, once my mom heard that Emily's mom was giving in, she allowed me to go under the condition that I made sure to brush my teeth and put on a lot of bug spray. I very happily agreed and rushed off to my room to pack everything as soon as possible. The next morning, with envelopes in hand, me and Emily got on the bus. When we arrived, we were jumping around Miss Melinda, the cool senior, like monkeys. She seemed happy for us and showed the envelopes to the old lady at the gift shop. The old lady smiled at us and we got to choose our own GIMP colors to work on that afternoon while we waited on our bunks. She led us upstairs to where some older girls were cleaning up their bunks and we got to choose ours. We were really excited. End quote. This excitement would prove to be short-lived, as within hours, SY and her friends would be confronted with what must literally be considered an unfathomable horror. Back to her story. That night, after all of the kids who weren't staying left, we all went out with 4 other group leaders and the GIMP guy. Christ almighty.
Oh my God.
We were each sorted into groups of 3. I was with Emily and a cadet named Jesse, and we were told that we were going to play some version of hide and seek. We had each been given maps of the area, flashlights, and glow sticks. I think that if we were tagged, we had to go back to the field and wait until the horn sounded. The last team standing won. Afterwards, we were all going to have a huge fire and roast s'mores. There are no s'mores in hell, and they are going to hell, I added. Clearly. Because as I was writing it, that popped in my head at like 5 in the morning, and I was like falling asleep at the keyboard. And I'm like, I'm keeping it. I'm just keeping it.
No, it's great. I'm like, was this a mistake?
When you said it, I was like, is this an edit? Are we editing?
Oh no, this is an edit.
All
That's
right.
why I put it in brackets.
There are no
Yeah.
s'mores.
There are no s'mores in hell.
There should be like a shirt for like Hellraiser 7. There are no s'mores in hell. And that's where you're going, is to hell.
That sounded good to us, she continues. And we all split off. We lead Jesse to our station, but after we realized it was much too crowded, we slipped out and started going further. We planned on hiding in Jesse's station. Remember, like every half mile or so or whatever, there's a different campground where the different girls say.
Little areas.
So just going deeper.
The little porta potties and everything. There
Right.
you go.
Exactly. Which you claim.
It's miniature, like a miniature camp. Basically.
Yeah, it's almost like a really civilized arts and crafts Lord of the Flies.
Oh, all right. I like that.
Okay, so they're going further. We planned on hiding in Jesse's station. It was further out and would be much harder to find, so we were fine with it. The GIMP guy and the other leaders were supposed to be out monitoring the edge of the campground. Halfway into the game, it started getting dark. This is when we arrived at Jesse's camp. Me and Emily were kind of scared at this point, so we stayed close to her and sat at the picnic table while she showed us how to GIMP a swirly design. We were set on sitting everyone else out. So just, I guess it's a way to win those games. You find a place to hide out and
Just, yeah.
pop in later. And be like,
Just make your cool crafts and shit and just be like, yeah, it's like the ultimate jailbreak, but like no one's ever gonna catch you.
absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
By that time, it was dark enough that we had to turn our flashlights on. I could see Jessie was getting a bit nervous. She was a bit pale, which made me and Emily super quiet all of the sudden. We had been out there for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Is the group coming? Emily asked. Jessie shushed us both, looking out into the woods with her flashlight. We all sat pretty stiff for a good 10 minutes. Me and Emily stopped gimping and looked around too, ready to spring up and bolt if a group came out of the bushes. As anxious as these scouts were about being caught by their peers, the alternative would prove to be much, much worse. Quote, that was when we heard a growling sound. It was low, and if we had been talking, we wouldn't have heard it. I felt my little heart start beating fast. Is it a cougar? I asked softly, looking at Jessie. Shh, she whispered. If it is, I need you guys to start screaming and holding out your arms, okay? We both nodded, now thoroughly scared. We all jumped and squeaked when we saw movement, and I remembered dropping my GIMP. I quickly leaned down to pick it up. That's when I heard Jessie gasp, and I quickly looked up and froze. End quote. It was at this moment that the girls came face to face with the unthinkable. Quote, it was huge. It looked like a bear, but it stood on its back legs like a weird-looking deer. Its face looked vaguely human, and it looked like its mouth had been ripped open. Its face was covered in blood. It had a longish neck, thick shoulders, and looked deathly skinny. I could barely make out tiny horns poking out from the scraggly brown hair. Its hair was falling out in clumps. Its arms were much too long. Its knees bent. It looked kind of like it had paws, but I couldn't see that well because Jesse kept the flashlight pointed at its face. There were two things that scared me about it most, though. As if it wasn't already terrifying enough. Its eyes were a milky white color, and in its bloody claws was the Gimp man's bag. He never took off that bag. Ever.
Oh, dude, did it fucking eat the Gimp man?
That seems to be the case.
Oh, man. I mean, man, when it eats the Gimp guy, what do?
I mean, well, first off, you steal the Gimp because you need that power.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's like literally eating some of your enemy's brains and getting their strength and wisdom.
I mean, do you kind of, I guess you have to take it.
You have to take the Gimp.
Or is he the Gimp man?
Oh,
shit.
Chris, what the fuck? You just dropped a bomb.
I did.
Wait, how the fuck did I miss that?
I didn't even think about it.
I didn't. You
I just wrote this whole fucking
And I
thing.
didn't
I mean,
even-
I didn't write the account, but I wrote her interpretation of it. God, it didn't even occur to me. I'm thinking,
Because he never took the fucking,
carcass.
he never took it off. So when he transforms or whatever the fuck
Maybe. I mean,
happened,
I don't know
he
the rest
still
of the
has it.
story, but I feel
I
like
mean,
at this point, it's an option.
If you turn into a monster, if it is like a werewolf component with the Wendigo and it's a transforming thing,
Do I still have my hat?
and you still have your Bass Pro hat, and this motherfucker is not giving up the Gimp.
He
That's
did-
like
that's why
like
you still
throwing
have
away your
didn't
authority.
even put it down. Okay, and also too, I just want to state right here, real quick. This fucking thing is goddamn awful.
It is awful.
This is a fucking worst description of something ever. This
just
thing
the
sucks.
bloody, torn mouth,
This
the
is
super
awful.
long arms,
Ugh.
deer legs, the
The
patchy.
weird paws.
The only thing that's a little fucked up is like I'm not sure if it's like pale and white and just has scraggly, mangy falling out hair on its head,
Yeah.
or if it has a pelt that is super scraggly and hair falling out.
Just sounds awful.
Either way,
Ugh.
the horns, nice touch. It was
Yeah, the horns are kind of a cool little addition to it. Oh, man, I didn't see the Gimp Man transformation coming. All right, dude.
It may or
Fuck.
may not be true, but it's definitely one. We're gonna fucking
mean,
put a tack in that.
yeah,
we're gonna put a
we're
little,
gonna have
little
to.
flag in that.
Fuck, man, whole new angles, dude. Whole new angles.
We stared at each other for what felt like ages, and I realized that it wasn't growling, it was breathing. It sounded like it had a frog in its throat, but it physically couldn't cough. So that's fucking weird. Like, it's not growling, it's just like,
Right.
you know, and maybe if a human being transforms into something else, the windpipe gets distended, or maybe this creature just has a cold.
Like a weird decaying
Like,
death rattle or
if
some
if
shit.
you're a Wendigo and you have environmental allergies, that is an irony that is dark.
Dude, when
Yeah.
you're like the wheat's too much.
Because you're
or
not getting
whatever.
Claritin. You're not
No.
going to the local
You can't get
store.
Flonase or
Yeah,
that shit. dude.
Zyrtec, whatever the fuck you
Do a
need.
fucking do a neti pot? You can't do that.
You can't do that. Not when you're a Wendigo. And you don't even have lips. I don't even know how that would affect the neti pot, but it's going to be weird.
It's your nose, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, but
maybe,
it comes out
maybe
your
that's
mouth.
what the
Oh,
Gimp
no, it
bag
goes
is
out your
for,
other
though.
nose.
Yeah.
Like if Gimp is like money to these girls,
Yeah.
maybe he's got like an informant he was supposed to be to get the stuff he needs.
Yeah, I got 3 Gimp for you.
He's like, hey,
Dude,
some yellow
Go to the
Gimp.
store.
Or some fucking Allegra, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Try to steal me a Foster's.
Just one fucking Snickers. That's
Me
all I
a
want.
Foster's.
Well, they're too young
Yeah.
to buy it.
Wicked fucking call on the beer.
Fisherman's friend.
Sometimes you need an oil can when
What do
you're
you,
a fucking.
what do you need? I need a
cryptid.
Foster's. No one ever said that. And no one ever's like, I demand the Foster's right now.
An Australian Wendigo.
Okay, fine.
Kratz.
Fucking Yowie.
I want Funyuns.
Oh, you want? Oh, yeah. Lucky Strikes.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
All right.
All right. Fudgy cakes. All right.
It was at this point that the devouring demonoid lunged toward the 3 girls. Quote, when it stepped forward, Jessie screamed and pushed us under the picnic table. We both started screaming too as she practically covered us with her body, throwing the flashlight out first, attempting to hit it as it started to claw away at the concrete table. Then she threw the glow sticks and whatever else she could scrounge in our hiking bags. Books, first aid kits, gimp balls, rocks, bags of rocks. What the fuck is that? Bags of food, anything. So just
Yeah, I
just
mean, it
unloading
yeah,
on this
yeah,
fucking
you
thing.
have- I mean, you
it
have
makes sense because you're just trying to get anything to hit this thing with something to get the fuck go
And, you know,
away.
if you hit something in the nose hard enough, I don't care if you're a Wendigo, a shark,
Yeah,
a
it
fucking
sucks.
grizzly bear, it hurts. And your eyes start watering, you're like, fuck it, it's not worth it.
You kick. Kicks.
Kick the nose.
Kicks are fucking huge in a situation like this, man. Just ball yourself
But
up
if it gets your foot,
just keep kicking.
no, it'll eat your leg, man.
Keep kicking.
Then just have bony legs sticking out of the fucking
man.
concrete table.
Take the bone, the severed leg, beat it with your severed leg. Your own severed leg.
Wow, you're tough.
Yeah, no, are you kidding me?
You're Montana tough, buddy.
I would be running away. I'd be like, those two ain't gonna catch me. Is it you two? I'd be like, see you later.
It's true. I'm done.
I'm out. I'll be in the truck.
I'm gonna fucking trade GIMP for life.
Yeah.
Right.
Clearly, it values it.
Apparently, yeah.
It knows what size of bread is buttered on.
No.
All right. The nasty gnawing golem began shoving its hand beneath the concrete canopy of the picnic table. Jessie shrieked in agony as the inexplicable thing raked its talon-like claws across her back, tearing through the fabric of her shirt and shredding into flesh in the process. SY found it difficult to relive this memory, writing, "It's really hard for me to think about all of this because it was just terrifying. Most kids are scared of something under their bed, but having something like this throw itself at you from the far reaches of a forest that you once thought safe in the middle of nowhere, it's a whole different nightmare." End quote. SY continued describing the clearly carnivorous Cerviday's attempts to extract the Girl Scouts from their makeshift sanctuary. Quote, "It was making a broken, cracked, wailing or howling sound every few minutes." So it sounds terrible. Before grunting and growling and heavily breathing as it tried to squeeze its claws and head under the table, or through the holes of the seats, or even through the holes of the concrete that had been chipped out of the table. We were all still screaming too, end quote. And that was when it suddenly stopped its voracious onslaught. Quote, "We were all deathly quiet, and I peeked out past Jessie's arm and saw it raise its head before looking around and marching around the table." That's almost worse. Just doing the stalk walk.
Yep.
Yeah, we're like, this is not working on to plan B.
Yes, that's exactly what you're thinking.
So like, in its mind, it's not just some fucking random beast. Like it understands shit.
No, you feel like its gears
Yeah.
are turning. I mean, maybe it is a beast, but it's at least thinking.
It's smart.
It looked at the table every once in a while, and by now we were all just crying and covering our own mouths to stay quiet. It paused and looked back. I can still see its eyes. Just thinking about it makes me pause and shudder. Suddenly, it bounced toward the table and over it almost like a dog. But when it landed again on the other side, it took off on two legs, and then on both its arms and legs, and then again just on its legs.
No.
So all of a sudden it charges at them. You know their hearts are stopping. They're going to shit
Right.
themselves literally, and who could blame them? Then suddenly it leaps over, I guess dog-like, whatever that means. So maybe like quadrupedally. Then lands bipedally, starts chugging it on those fucking wonky deer legs with the big fucking thick muscular thighs into the woods, then falls on all fours, tromps like that, then back up on two legs, then into the darkness. From the hell whence it came.
Oh, way too fast.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's got a book.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Though the ravening lusus naturae had vanished into the inky blackness of the forest, the girls were still, totally understandably, too overwhelmed by terror to move. SY wrote, "We waited there for an hour in pitch blackness under the picnic table, until an ambassador found us. We were all shaking and crying and trying to explain. Even though Jessie was 13 years old, she was terrified. That just scared us more. We were rushed back to the lodge. We didn't do a fire pit that night." Yeah, good call.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'd just leave, man.
Yeah.
Just be like, I'm fucking out of here. Call my mom.
I would set
call
that
my
forest
dad,
on fire immediately.
Call grandma.
Yeah, really, though.
Everything
Call
in it
somebody.
needs to die. Everything. Sorry, squirrels.
Everything must die.
Everything's tainted now. This forest is tainted.
Find the chipmunk families and destroy them. They can't be trusted.
I didn't see Jessie again after that, but I heard some other seniors talking about a bear attack or something, and that her back was all messed up. Me and Emily curled up on the bottom bunk under the sheets. We went home the next day, and apparently everything had already been explained to our worried parents. I remember that before I got on the bus, a real park ranger-looking guy pulled both me and Emily aside to ask about the bear. We tried to tell him that was not a bear. It was definitely not a bear, but he didn't seem to believe us. End quote. It was then that the girls fully realized that they were not the only victims that night. He asked us about the Gimp Man, too. That's so weird they call him the Gimp Man. Holding up a picture and asking us if we'd seen him or anything to do with him. We told him we'd seen him yesterday night and that the quote-unquote bear, that's what she writes it as, had been holding his bag. We told him about where Jesse's camp was, and we both got stickers and were ushered onto the bus. I don't know why. Did you get a little gold star? All right.
Yeah, that's just...
You narked down the Wendigo.
No, I know, right?
Dude, that's like patronizing.
It
Where it's
really
like,
is.
all right, girls, here's a sticker, get in the bus.
Yeah, at least you can get a badge. Now, it might be like a sticker like, oh, this is your pass to get on the bus. It might have been something official because I don't understand what that
Probably
means.
some stupid
But
park
I
ranger.
feel like, say, here's a little rainbow for you,
You know what
Emily.
it is? It's some dumb park ranger shit like, oh, Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent forest fires.
That makes sense.
That shit is patronizing as fuck, and they should have been like, do your job. Who pays you? Taxpayers, probably.
You're getting paid in GIMP.
Yeah,
You
go-
know you are.
That's the currency of this land.
Currency in the forest.
Apparently.
See the land. Just raccoons with like little stands trading GIMP with each
Could you imagine?
Oh, the little tiny hands are so cute.
To this day, SY continues. I'm really thankful to Jessie. If it weren't for her quick thinking, we could have died in those woods that night. I haven't heard about the Gimp Man since either. I don't know if he's alive or not, and I haven't been back to that camp since. I now live in Canada, far away. It feels better to get it out in words and gives me some peace of mind. SY. That's the end of her account. And it's fucking terrible. Like, that's one of those things, like, if it was made into a movie, like, say, in the early 80s when I was a kid and films could still scare the shit out of me before,
Right.
you know, you get older and unfortunately a little jaded and you enjoy horror, but you don't really get affected by it as much.
Yeah.
A scene like that would have left me in a fucking state. I mean, I wouldn't have, I mean, I was never a kid that ran and cried, but I would have been
Right.
like petrified to the spot, riveted and horrified. And that would have cycled, I don't know how many nightmares just watching it. To experience, assuming this happened, to experience something like
Oh,
this.
that's like life changing.
What the fuck? That's the kind
Yeah.
of trauma you don't fucking get better. That's
No.
aces for days.
Yeah, dude, that's fun.
Yeah.
Now, did anyone die?
The Gimp Man,
That was
possibly.
possibly the
Unless he transformed, as per Chris's theory,
Okay,
which
so-
is definitely on the table.
Yeah, now it is because we
we
have no.
Yeah.
We have not heard from him. So,
Unless you're out there listening.
yeah,
to this
unless
and
there's
you're
an
like,
update. Yeah,
like-
if you're the Gimp Man, you're out there listening to
There's
this.
an
Yeah.
update. He's like, what's podcast I listened to actually? They're talking about me. Holy shit. All
How
right.
funny would that be?
Oh, man.
All right, we got to wrap up here. and
All right.
we'll jump in.
Here we go.
The question we are faced with following the young girl's horrible ordeal is just what was this huge, bloody maud and evidently starving synthesis of man and deer? Could it have been, just as the anonymous park ranger insisted, nothing more than a terrifying bear attack? In Montana, the grizzly bear is an iconic native omnivore, and although the vociferous victims insisted that they had not been attacked by a bear, is it possible that a diseased, wounded, malnourished, or perhaps mangy specimen of Ursus arctos horribilis, that's grizzly, could have been confused with this seemingly insatiable anomaly? The fact that the young observers insisted that this wasn't the case, adding details like horns and bipedally locomoting deer legs, makes it seem unlikely that this was a case of an apparently pestilent natural predator being mistaken for this raptorial Eutherian enigma.
Well, you blew my tits off with that sentence.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Get your books.
we'll discuss.
Though Native Americans were well aware of the fact that the concept of the Wendigo wasn't limited to a simply paranormal phenomenon and could be applied to any person, idea, or occurrence that seemed to be infected by the culturally corrosive drives of greed and excessive consumption, traits that sow disharmony and destruction if left unchecked and serve only to strain the equilibrium of communities in which they occur, they also saw these ferocious freaks of nature as a genuine parabiological entity. That having been said, there's no way to know exactly what those poor girls faced during their hellish ordeal that night in 2008. On the surface, it seems easy to assume that they very nearly lost their young lives to a voracious quasi-phantasmal predator from Native American lore. But before we get carried away, that assumption may be based on false pretenses. As described earlier, the Wendigo has over the decades transformed from a pale, toothy, painfully thin black-eyed humanoid to an antler-bearing human-deer hybrid. But as far as I can tell, these images originated not in official lore or vetted accounts, but pop culture tropes presented in comic books, television, and on the silver screen. This means that what these unfortunate scouts encountered could have been anything from a cryptid to a forest elemental to an alien entity to a clearly bestial interdimensional interloper. That's for bingo at some point.
There you go.
So the thing about that is, I remember Mike Mignola, maybe in an early Hellboy or in one of his other comics, drawing an antlered Wendigo.
Yeah.
And it's a great image,
Yeah.
like this ghostly white tall thing with a bloody maw. I'm not saying, I could be wrong about this. I'll even own it if I am. But I think antlers have appeared since, and even this thing had horns, rudimentary horns. But I don't think antlers were originally a part of the Wendigo appearance thing. It's more like they're more like the White Walkers from Game of Thrones,
Right. Yeah,
like
I think
icy zombies.
I mean, honestly, there's been so many interpretations of them throughout the years. I mean, my fucking go-to is Marvel Comics.
Sure.
Well, Wendigo.
Most
Yeah.
people's probably
that's-
is, but-
That was that's where I first read it. And
Yeah.
I'm sure I Wendigo or something. I'm sure I
Wendigo.
mispronounced it. Wendigo.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But no, I
mispronounced
mean,
it. But I remember Wolverine fighting it.
Absolutely.
I think there's just so many different interpretations of it. I mean, but then again, maybe as the culturally as it changes, as more people tell the tale, or as they have their own like interpretation of it, maybe it gets adjusted. It's not like a standard Bigfoot. It's like, no,
Right.
it has these features. Because I definitely, the horned, the weird skinny, dead, fucked up looking thing with the weird horns and
Right.
shit seems to be the one that's like kind of out there in the zeitgeist. I used that correctly.
You did.
Like nowadays. But I mean, you know.
Well, that's the most marketable.
yeah.
Otherwise, like white zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean,
yeah,
it's terrible.
yeah.
A lipless, bloody mouth, black eye socketed,
Yeah.
like ice zombie that's like completely emaciated, almost skeletal. It's still plenty fucking
yeah, it's
horrifying.
still
sure
the
is.
horns are a nice touch. The antlers, especially, not just horns, but antlers.
Well, yeah, adding an animal thing always makes something
Yes.
fucking worse.
It makes it more like
The-
raw
The
and,
Marvel
and
comics,
bestial.
the Marvel comics was just a white fucking yeti with a tail.
That's all it
It
was.
sucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, nothing really
No, it
fancy
was
about
awful.
Well, Wolverine looked like a mouse too when he first showed up. Though.
Yeah,
He had, like, whiskers.
that's
And
true.
He's like, fucking.
When he fought the Hulk, yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I'm from Weapon X, Canada. Man, what are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
Green
Jake.
The blue,
I'll get ya.
the blue, yellow, and tiger stripe suit that was fairly whack.
I
love the cowl. I love the
dude.
autumnal brown and orange. That's my Wolverine.
Oh, where's my Wolverine tattoo?
I mean,
I got
that's
the
when he
wrong
really
one.
came into fruition. But then he went back to it. I'm like, I don't know. I do
Well,
kinda
when it
like
was
yellow.
drawn like by McFarlane and other good artists, the old
Oh,
school
yeah.
suit, it improved dramatically.
yes.
You're right.
The yellow suit is my favorite.
I think I'm more giving an indictment of the era in which it came
no,
out.
for sure.
Because it's like Daredevil's golden red suit. Like I can enjoy it when it's done and
Man, I
interpreted in a good
love
way.
that suit.
I
Yeah,
like
I
it
love
too.
that suit though too.
But yeah, it has to be done.
But when in the early Wally Wood ones, you know, it was
Yeah.
still a little crunky, you know.
Yeah.
No, it for sure was. But
But
yellow
anyway.
Wolverine all day, baby. That's what I got on my leg
like if I see a
tattoo,
figure of
right
it now,
there.
I'm just like, oh.
See? Look at that yellow.
No, I know. I've grown to love it. Just like an alternate
Yeah.
jersey of your favorite hockey team or whatever. All right, we got one paragraph.
Here we go.
We're going to do this. Of course, we can't rule out the alternative explanation that it was a genuine Wendigo attack. Or perhaps some other evil nature spirit, or even possibly a tulpa forged from the popular images of such beings, which is what Mark was just talking about. But there's really no way of knowing for sure. What we do know, however, is that 3 ill-fated children went through what is undoubtedly one of the most traumatizing experiences imaginable. A scenario that likely none of them could have conjured up in their worst nightmares, though it seems just as likely that nary a night would go by after this dreadful event where they would not see the black-eyed beast's horrific blood-splattered maw glistening in the shadows of whatever room in which they attempted to sleep. Assuming, of course, that sleep was ever again a real option for them.
Oh, Wendigo versus the Girl Scouts. There it is. I'm gonna tell you what though, the Girl Scouts won.
They lived.
They don't, dude.
Yeah, they
won-
survived.
This thing attacked.
So that's a
and they
win.
were, dude. You know what they used, dude? They used all their Girl Scout training, and we're like, "Fuck you, we're living."
All right, so Jesse's a real hero.
100%.
I mean, there's no
Oh,
doubt about
oh,
it.
no, yeah.
She
Dude, she
uses her
fucking
back
owns it.
to protect the smaller
Imagine,
children.
dude,
she
poor-
hooks gimp balls and rocks and whatnot.
Poor Jessie, dude.
Yeah.
She got
Jessie.
fucking clawed by that thing, saving those kids. She's a goddamn hero.
And every time she takes a shower, she sees this. And she knows she did something heroic, but she also knows there's bloody, filthy fuck-alls
How do you
that live in the
a
woods.
Yeah, but how do you fuck? All right, so let's
Because we could talk
hypothetically-
about this hypothetically, like you're saying.
Yeah,
But to live in a world where you know for a fact that's true,
that would fuck me up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's debilitating.
Oh, 100%. I would be screwed. I'm never leaving my house again. I'm potting remotely for the rest
Oh,
of my
no, you keep your
fucking-
kids under lock and key.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm armed.
Yeah.
consistently.
It's like the darkest version of Roy Neary from Close Encounters.
Yeah,
Instead of
dude.
building like mashed potato mountains, you're just like barricading shit like Jamie Lee
Mines
Curtis
in your yard.
in the last Halloween. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we'll talk about
Booby
that
traps.
during Patreon.
Mines in your yard?
No,
Oh.
Rob's adventure with Halloween.
Yeah.
Did you finish everything
I have
up?
not seen the end.
Fuck, never mind. We're not doing it just for Patreon.
All right,
We'll
next
do it
week.
the other one. All right,
Fine.
fine,
Holy
fine.
moly.
So I guess, all right, the idea of a bear attack,
We have to put that on the table.
but she has a lot of details here that none of which look towards a bear.
Many don't.
And as a man, you guys know, I'm a big fan of the bear.
Yeah.
You are.
All right, not
But
the-
that's
not
just
the
if you
team.
take every single thing she said as truth.
No, this is true. This is true. Yes.
Because you got to remember, and I don't. Let's assume they're not lying.
Okay.
As we always do with eyewitnesses.
Right.
No, yeah,
we give them the
I
benefit
don't
of the doubt.
believe that. No, but
But sheer terror, being 10,
Yeah.
dark of
Oh,
night,
yeah.
the only illumination, because you're in the dead ass middle of the woods, no streetlights or whatever. I don't know what the moon's doing. Is this flashlight?
yeah,
You have a mangy bear.
yeah, I know.
Gets on 2 legs. It's lost a lot of hair. Maybe it's got some nubs on its head that look like horns. Maybe it was injured or it just ate a deer carcass
Yeah.
and has blood going down its maw.
Yeah.
And it's going bipedal and it's reaching in with its paw-like hands. Maybe bear-like hands could also be a
And-
synonym for it. And
Absolutely.
it's digging the fuck out of poor Jesse's back.
In
Yeah.
Montana,
It's grizzly country.
Grizzlies will 100%
It sure
fucking
is.
go for people.
We have to put that on the table.
No,
All right.
I mean, I'm still going with that over a deer if we're talking real stuff.
But they saw
Yeah.
deer legs.
I know they
And-
did, but
Yeah.
What bears
tough
don't
one.
do, even when they're at their healthiest, and certainly not if they're mangy and super emaciated, because we got to remember this thing was also super skinny, and we really don't know if it had fur all over its body or just on its head, because
No.
that wasn't described, is they don't bipedally jump over fucking picnic tables
No.
and then run bipedally. Then, all right, go on all fours. So, yeah, they can take a few steps, go on all fours, and then get back up and continue to run. Not walk, not lumber,
right.
right.
assuming, of course, it was accurately seen, because in that frenzy of terror, shit. I mean, I'm not a good eyewitness on my calmest, nicest day. I'll fucking make
No,
shit
same.
up. I'll say Prince was there. I fucking do dumb shit.
Oh, Prince.
I know. Never forget.
Yeah, dude.
But
the
but I will
fucking-
but I will say this, fucking if I'm that scared, if I'm a kid especially, Christ, who knows?
Shit can get murky real fucking quick.
But there's 3 of them,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
by all accounts, I mean we don't know what Jesse said, but
we're only
Emily,
hearing from the one.
Emily
so.
and SY.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I think
Said
taking
definitely not a
taking
bear.
deer off the table for sure.
Well, it's definitely not deer.
Deer don't do that shit.
No.
Enormous raccoons ain't gonna do
Plus,
that.
I mean, yes, this whole description took like 10 minutes to read, but like,
Right.
it probably happened in like 10 seconds.
Exactly.
that's true.
That's the other.
That
I
is
mean,
true.
what you see is just if you're just looking and it looked like it jumped out bipedally. If it's, I mean, if its front paws were already over the thing, then it
Right.
looks like it jumped
Oh, if it is like
bipedally.
Yeah, if
you know what I mean?
its
You
arms
just
are
caught
up
the
and then
back
it
legs that were not off the ground yet.
like brings its ass up,
Right?
then
Like-
yeah.
And
All right.
and in all fairness, to put one more nail possibly in the casket, though I'm not saying I necessarily believe that it is a bear. You're huddled under somebody, screaming in terror, probably closing your eyes, claws
Yeah.
coming in. This is not a time or a place where you're accurately going to assess
No,
what's attacking you, and especially if it's bloody, and especially if it's lost hair, because bears look fucking weird when they don't have hair.
No, yeah, it's
Oh.
awful.
Real lumpy and weird.
terrible.
So it's there.
It
It's
is
a
there.
possibility.
It is.
But let's table that for now.
I mean, so if we are going to straight cryptid or paranormal or whatever the fuck this thing is, I mean, granted, it could be any number possibly of things,
Right.
Whether, like you said, like an elemental.
Well, that's the problem. Nailing down what it.
Yeah,
If
now-
it's not a bear,
There really isn't a way to nail down what it is, but whatever it was preying on the girls.
It was
Let's just go
definitely
with
preying on the
It was
girls.
trying to attack them.
Yeah, I don't think it was
100%.
looking just to get gimp or
No,
big
no,
hugs.
no.
It clearly seemed to be a predator, and if it is a Wendigo, but even if it isn't, it seems like it was hungry. Here's why I don't think it was a cryptid. Because the fuck.
All right. No,
There's
you're-
nothing in that, unless it was like a super mangy, fucked up Bigfoot with
Right.
like that hit its head on some branches, had some, knots growing on its head from injury, and it's just like a bloody fucking mess. Because the extra long arms, that's not a person in a suit.
No.
The one thing that takes out a Bigfoot realm, so I don't think it's a mangy Bigfoot, is the extended neck. The feet don't have the necks.
Right. And then she said it does go. It goes quadruped for a little while there for doing something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's not normal either.
No.
bipeds don't normally do that for anything.
Yeah, very rarely there are Bigfoot accounts where they go quadrupedal to run a little bit,
Right.
sort of like that Megan movie where it suddenly goes on all fours, that little girl robot, and it's terrifying.
Completely unnecessary, I think.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no, that's
I haven't seen that yet.
it's like I haven't seen the movie yet. I just saw the trailer.
it's okay.
But it's like the
looks cool.
the backwards walking exorcist scene that got cut out, and thank God. Because had
Oh,
that
yeah,
been in that
terrible.
movie in the 70s, I think people would have died. I think
More
there's a
than
good chance
That would have pushed it
Mark
over the
never
edge.
would have been born because
It's too
one of his
bad,
parents
too.
would have had a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
I was already there, thankfully.
No, wow.
Chris, you were on the cusp. I don't know.
Yeah. I was.
But that would have ruined all the lives. But all right.
So whatever this,
back to this
I
fucking
guess there's really not a way that we can kind of nail down what it is that was attacking these girls, but clearly it's hostile.
We can't nail it down, but this is where I think we have to go with what the eyewitness supposed
yeah, it
and
just,
what a lot of people
if that's her
think it
story,
is.
that's what she says.
Then it becomes a paranormal entity. A paranormal entity driven by a insatiable need for nourishment that it can never find, and that only nourishment can be human flesh. We have to entertain the thought that it actually is this thing. And if it is this thing, then it is no longer a cryptid. It is not an animal that is undiscovered. It is nothing but this paranormal embodiment of pure, voracious gluttony and greed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how you would begin to fucking address that.
I mean,
know,
you'd find
like
a Wendigo hunter.
Yeah, you'd have to go to like the local native folks and just be like, we got a fucking major problem here. And
Right.
if culturally, if that's part of their jam and they believe in that, they're like, yeah, no, this is the thing. Like, this is the fucking deal. Yeah, you'd have to, I guess, find the Wendigo hunter and be like, all right, man, what do we do? Like, how do you take care of this? I'm not even sure as far as part of the Wendigo history here or the legend, like how that even works out. Like, is it?
I mean, depends who you talk to, probably.
I guess it's like
Like,
it's technically like a curse, right?
Well,
so
it
like,
is.
how do you like break the fucking curse, or do you?
So here's the weird
Or
thing.
you just a Wendigo for life?
And here's where it becomes dark as shit in terms of real life dark.
Uh-oh.
And that is most time with like a bullet. And the reason is because they're probably just dudes. Dudes that maybe went insane, or dudes that are deemed, not worthy of being a part of it,
Right.
the tribe.
Yeah.
Usually because they're doing some heinous crime,
So
like
this
murder
is
or whatnot.
if Gimp Man turns into this, you got to find Gimp Man in his human form and just fucking smoke
just
him.
bust a cap, yeah.
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 But I mean, couldn't it just be a simple? I say simple.
Right. let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
I mean, why couldn't it just be some sort of like a, not like a dog man, but just like a deer man?
Oh
All right,
no,
so
actually,
Chris brings up something that is
cryptid, yeah.
super contemporarily popular, which is the knot deer.
oh, you said it.
Yeah.
That's true.
And that's something that really, I'm glad you did that, because I was thinking about that when I was writing it and it left my head. So the knot deer phenomenon just blew up out of fucking nowhere. Like, we've been into the crypto game for a long time, and I'm not saying that there hasn't been this shit around, but lately it is boom.
Yeah, I've seen it randomly up, and I'm like, I never did a deep dive into it. I'm like, what is this knot deer?
I've collected a ton of stories.
Yeah.
We are 100% doing a pod on that. I know I say it a lot, but they're just so fucked up. So it's this creature that, like, at first glance, almost like one of those like stupid like trick meme things where you look at it and like, oh, the box isn't connected or whatever the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a magic eye thing or something. It looks like a deer, but then its neck is too long and its arms, I don't know, and then claws, and it's doing some Evil Dead shit like the fucking deer head on the wall in Ash's cabin there. And all of a sudden you just realize this isn't a fucking deer. This looks like a deer, but
Right.
it's like the Thing, almost like John Carpenter's Thing, like Rob Bottin, where it would take normal people or whatever,
Yeah.
or dogs, and distend them. But you don't get it at first. At first you're like, oh, it's a deer. I think it's a deer. Your mind's doing all the processing because we fill in the blanks so easy. That's how we process things and move on quick and survive.
Yeah.
But then when you notice more, it's a shit show. So if this is a fucking hungry knot deer, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever heard of one that humanoid, but there's also deer men. So that's a whole other phenomenon.
yeah,
You got not deer, you
deer
got
men,
deer
dude.
men. And you, so,
True.
I mean, are Wendigos and deer men getting confused? Are they interbreeding? Creating deer-to-goes?
I guess the only thing would be like
Wendideer?
claws wouldn't really. I mean, I feel like you'd have hooves or just human,
Right.
like hands, not like claws. That doesn't seem like
Yeah, the paw thing is weird.
I mean, I guess with this, you just got to do a fucking Craigslist post, find your local Wendigo hunter, and go out there and kill this fucker.
It's
all
really the only
I
option.
mean, there's no other option. You can't reason with it clearly.
Like, you got to wonder. So, assuming, again, all this happens, a girl gets attacked by a bear is the official story.
Yeah.
Maybe most people believe it because why would you think otherwise?
Right.
Sure.
You know, two girls are like, it wasn't a bear, definitely wasn't a bear, but you're thinking, oh, they're 10-year-old girls, they're really scared, send them home. Now you got a fucking bear attack in your camp. You can't just keep bringing kids in.
No.
Your Girl Scout bus thing ends right then. It becomes like a Jaws scenario, like one of those knockoff movies like Grizzly or something, where they have to hire the Quint type hunter, the big game guy, to come in and like fucking deal with
Well,
this.
yeah, especially if it's mangy or it's got some sort of fucked up rabid something going on.
Exactly.
You got to find it and you got to deal
And there's
with
a girl who's scarred for life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, amends have to be made. Also, you want to open your camp back up. If it's your business,
And
you
again,
can't
man,
have this thing.
Dude, for years at Crystal Lake, man, Jason just kept killing kids, just kept renaming the lake.
Yeah,
Right.
it's so
and
dumb.
and if all this is true, then there's a missing persons scenario.
Oh, yeah.
The GIMP guy.
Yeah.
And a guy who was obviously beloved by the Girl Scout community,
Right.
may or may not have been a park ranger, was acknowledged to be missing by his family, by his friends. We don't know, but the park ranger himself apparently had a photograph saying, do you see this guy? He's like, oh, yeah, we saw him last night.
Yeah.
We also saw his bag. It's possibly a shit show.
And again,
Yeah.
man.
Did it take the bag when it took off? Was it like fuck you guys? And then when it took off?
Oh, yeah, because it had the.
Was
it
it
had the
wearing
bag
the
with it.
backpack?
Oh, was it? Ah.
How did it have the backpack?
It was holding it in one of its paw claws.
so the whole time it was attacking.
So
you
it-
just
when
or
held
did
it.
it drop it?
when
and
it
pick
That's what I
left-
mean. Like
We
Yeah.
don't know. It's not described.
Did it wear like
it's
a
a
fanny?
good question.
Did it wear like a fanny pack and
Oh
fucking
my
attach
God.
it? Yeah.
Somehow that would make it 10 times worse. If that thing came out looking exactly the way it was described, as horrible as it is,
Yeah.
if it had a fanny pack, I'd be like, oh, no. Just, I'll kill myself.
Then again, man, I think Chris fucking may have nailed this fucker, dude. I think
Where to go?
I think it was the dude. I think he had the backpack, man. That guy never put the GIMP backpack down. Even when he transformed, he still had it.
Man,
Oh, maybe. Oh, you
wouldn't-
know, because she's like the other guy was like the guy that looked like a real ranger. So if he
Yeah.
looked that professional, he's probably covert. They knew the guy was fucking.
Oh, that's interesting. Tracker.
He escaped from like he's like an SCP or something. He fucking escaped. that's why he looked really official.
Yeah. It was a great.
Also,
Have
you're
you
thinking
see this man?
like
He
a
was on
Men
the
in
run.
Black type. Instead, it's not a park ranger. He's someone's actually chasing the paranormal entity. And this dude, man, you know, his GIMP is his shield. Like, people think he is a flawless, authoritative, kind soul because his backpack is covered in fucking braids. I don't understand that logic, but if you are suffering from that delusion, then this guy can just walk through any scenario and be cool. He's not going to lose the bag because that's
how
his ticket to
he
fucking.
ingratiates himself into the crowd by being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
look, I'm cool. He's a real predator.
But-
he's a real predator."
But the fucking guy came too close.
Yeah.
The fucking the Wendigo in black fucking hunter
Yeah.
shows up and he's like asking questions, got the photo, and he's
See?
there. He's tracking him down like McGee with the Hulk.
Yeah, yeah, right. He's got to move. There's a sad piano at the end of this.
As the gift to go walks away.
Right.
Like
With the backpack slung over his shoulder, just like David
McGee
Banner.
with the Hulk.
Da-na-na-na.
Oh my, dude, is that
On to
when
the
he
next
fucking,
campsite.
dude? Is that when he falls out of the fucking plane and he's just laying there and the fucking road's all shattered? He's like, and he just dies. Isn't that how the Hulk died?
I can't remember.
Did he
I
fall
don't
out of a plane?
remember. I have
And he's
no
like laying in the
recollection.
highway and he's like,
Oh, maybe.
and then he turns to me. He's like, I'm free. Finally, after all these goddamn
maybe
seasons
that
of this
was.
bullshit, I'm finally free.
I don't remember much about the death of you.
Yeah, neither do I.
All I really
got whacked
remember
after a
is that dope ass episode where like Thor showed up and he's just like, "Hey,
He
fuck
was in like
you."
2 of them.
Yeah, he was awesome. And then Daredevil was
Daredevil
there.
showed up.
The
Yeah.
second worst Daredevil, Ben Affleck, you still own that title.
Yeah. But one of my favorite Batmans. Oh, controversial.
It
There it is. Thank you all so very much for joining us. The Cryptonaut Podcast. Oh, we've got social media presences, right?
Yeah, we do.
We're all on Instagram,
Piles of them.
right?
We are.
We are. We're all on Instagram. The Twitters and the Facebooks, hit us up there. Patreon is the thing that we offer, Robert.
It is.
I consistently forget to do the Patreon shout out.
No, you got to do.
I know.
Yeah.
I fucking always fuck it up. Patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast. Robert, do those shout outs, good friend.
And God bless you all for supporting us. Thank you. We're beginning with Itachi Uchiha,
Nice.
Nice.
KCO,
Oh, yeah, Casey.
Marcus Uvel,
What up, Marcus?
Conspiracy Bunny 2023,
Dude, bring it.
Vespio Nemo Bestia,
I love it.
Danica the Devilish Dumbass.
Oh, damn it.
Nice. Ben Campen,
Thank you, Ben.
Tiffany Aiken,
Thank you, Tiffany.
Dexty,
What up, Dex?
Dexty,
Dexty. Thank you.
Dexty, thank you. Daniel Wendigo.
Thank you, Daniel.
Hey.
$1
Thank
is the
you,
one bonus
guys.
audio. The $5 is the 4 bonus audios. You get access to the Discord, all kinds of fun monthly shit that we're doing over there. Super cool.
So many cool things. So many cool people.
I mean, for us, we have Crypto Bingo coming up, but when this comes out, Crypto Bingo would have already been over. But if you're on the Patreon, it's connected to your tier. Jump into the Discord. You can look at all the events that are coming up. It's super cool, and we're all there. We're all fucking hanging out, doing it.
Yeah,
Merch.
just there today.
We have merch.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we got cryptonautmerch.com, which is crowd-made exclusives, which I have some test prints arriving tomorrow.
Nice.
Fingers crossed, because I'm going to open the package. You'd be very fucking happy, or I'm going to be very mad. There's not really a middle ground.
No.
I'm going to like, this is great, or this is fucking shit.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
No kind of pleased.
Nope. So far, though, everything from them has been fucking awesome. So again, cryptonautmerch.com. Hellerspace.com, the old TeePublics. Man, if you're on TeePublic and you like do an order or whatever, if you give them like your phone number, boy, they text you a lot.
Ooh.
Which is actually really good, though, because if you want to get merch and you want to do it when it's on sale, it's no longer $14 tees, it's $16 tees because of inflation, but that's what they say.
Yeah.
So, but still, not a bad deal. It's $16
I mean,
t-shirt.
considering like
text you-
concert tees are like always $50 to $70
Yeah.
or something. Stupid.
Dude, I mean, I bought a secondhand concert tee from Chris for $40. So, I mean, there it is. But yeah, so be sure to check that out over there and do all that. And wow, that intro fucking went real jaggedy, but I think I got everything done.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's about doing it. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily, your workout can be sloppy. You're
Yeah.
still building
You
muscles.
just got to get everything out
True.
there and doing it. So there it is. Thank you all so very much. Again, Christopher, it is great to having you back, buddy. Good to see you. And
Fucking
of course,
right.
we got Robert back.
Yeah.
Fucking boys
I mean,
are
I
back
was,
in town.
I was gone for one, but still.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same.
Well, no, but dude, you were gone for one, and Chris came back, and then you were
I
gone.
know.
I'm like,
we
this
were
never fucking
talking about it. Like,
happens,
I
dude.
literally got out of the hospital that morning, and you're like, "Oh, dude," and it's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And you're like, "Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna like break the hip loose." I'm like, "No, tell fuckers, they're gonna think I'm avoiding Chris." Jesus Christ!
Yeah, right.
You're like, Chris comes back and Rob won't show. Like hell, I will. Like hell. It's like Jesus Christ.
Oh, there was another Chris conspiracy. What was it?
Oh God, there were so many.
Chris is not a clone.
Oh,
I'm what?
You're not a clone.
Oh,
We did-
that's the
Oh,
conspiracy.
that had to be
One of them
debunked.
was like,
Was
they-
that you debunking
They
it right
cloned
now?
Chris, but we didn't clone.
Oh,
You don't
Is it-
know how many times I was asked if you were dead. Like we would hide that.
Yeah.
There would be a pot of mourning for all the episodes, and then we'd probably quit.
yeah. You wouldn't just pretend it was
I
not.
kind of understand the jail one more than the dead one.
That one I get.
Because if he was dead, there'd be big rips all over the place. We'd be
Right.
fucking,
Yeah.
we'd be shattered people.
Yes, we
For
would.
the love of God.
No, if I did something dumb to be in jail, I'd be like, no, tell him what stupid thing I did. 'Cause I'm sure it's fucking stupid.
Or it's, dude, what if it was like a high-speed e-bike chase? And you
I
were
mean,
like,
choked up
and you
my
were like,
water.
I had to keep going to Ohio. I couldn't stop. And you're just like,
The slow roll to Ohio.
that's how you got to the fucking island in Kentucky, dude. Because the feds were tracking you across fucking state lines and shit.
You know what? All right,
It's all possible.
Can truth for once? Can we just tell our fans the truth?
What's that?
He's a Wendigo hunter.
Oh,
He was
he's
out there,
dude.
keeping us safe.
He's like
doing the job.
He's like a fucking newfangled Van Helsing.
There it is.
He hunts everything.
Everything.
Mission's over.
Yep. Gargoyles.
You're back.
He's back.
Done, that's why.
I know. Downtime.
Nice. Awesome. There you have it. Thank you all so very much. And we're talking to you soon. Blah, blah,
Bye.
blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
That's my fucking Wendigo. Blah, 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 blah.
It's pretty much what a lipless mess would
Weird
sound like.
death metal.
Oh God.
Invent a new metal.
Farty. That's actually 25 to life. Do you remember that? Do you remember that band?
No.
Oh God.
I'm glad.
Oh God. The music fucking ruled. Vocals. It could have been a lot better, but whatever. Anyway. All right. We'll talk to you. Bye.
Psst, psst.